Good morning, good morning. So this is part 3 of my story, who I am, why I'm doing this. So the third part of my journey of becoming who I am right now, and I say who I am right now because I think we're changing and growing, and I hope I'm growing still and continue to grow, is so after running the e-commerce store, I was just kind of bored, honestly, bored. I didn't feel inspired. I was doing it just for money. Traveling was nice, but I was doing it for money and freedom. And I think that is great in many ways, but I felt that I needed a bit more and took kind of like a sabbatical where I was doing a bit of law and just organizing my thoughts and trying to figure out my next steps. And during that time, people started coming to me for business advice and asking tips and things like that. And I never really aspired to be a consultant or something like that. But I found that I really liked helping people solve their problems, right? And the challenges of thinking about different business models, different industries, and just helping people move forward. And I really enjoyed it. I never planned to do that. So from there, I saw one of the biggest problems I felt at first, and I've changed in my journey of helping people, was that I think a lot of people haven't focused on strategy in terms of building out their company, what to do, how to plan, what moves to make. And so first I started off as a strategy consultant, right? I was helping people build their strategy and do things like that. However, I started realizing there was an execution gap, right? And strategy is great, it's amazing, it's super important. However, sometimes I felt that I needed to see more execution, and if I am teaching strategy or creating strategies, it is not as helpful to have the best strategy in the world or an amazing strategy if it's not something people are executing. For me, the money is great, I like it, but just like with the e-commerce, I really have to see results that push me forward. I have to see people getting closer to their goals. And regardless of whether it's something I can control or not control, what I can control is what I spend time doing that. So my passion is still strategy. But what I started realizing is, hey, let me move to branding, right? I saw branding as a way that Black businesses especially, I felt it was one of the ways that I was, in the ways I was successful with Outcome, was I think I created a really great brand position. I really evaluated the market, saw what the competitors were focused on versus what I felt that the market needed or my research showed that the market needed, and really attacking it. Think about it, right? When you try to volunteer, how difficult is that process? And you are giving your time. Why are you jumping through hoops? So from my brand positioning for Outcome was to make the process simple and easy for the volunteer, and focusing on helping people do skill-based volunteering, because people volunteer to make an impact, prominence or things like that. And hey, but that's not my target audience. My target audience was people who really wanted to make an impact. So that was my next. From strategy, I went to branding, and branding is really strategy, right? Branding is strategy. So I didn't really change from strategy, but I just focused down on branding in order to really, I felt, help companies position themselves better, especially Black-owned and brown-owned businesses. So that's what I focused on, and I felt that was my competitive edge. And so that's a little bit about my story here. The next clip I will talk about is my next journey and my next what that morphed into. I still do branding, I still enjoy it, but I saw there was a next step that I felt like needed to be taken so execution can happen. And I'll talk about that in the next video. So this is my business channel, Ataande Business Media, where I talk about advertising and branding. I'm sharing a bit of my story. Please like, please share, please comment. I want to see your reactions and what you think about it. If you've met me before, I've met some amazing people. I'd love to reconnect with you. Thank you so much for watching.